Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is D Lord. I'm here with the intro video to my new NCAA 14 Dynasty series. I will be posting this Dynasty series. I want this to last me all the way until the release of the college football 2014 or whatever EA Sports decides to call their new college football series, since they no longer have the NCAA license. Right now, I'm just editing my guy. Just going through all the stuff. I got to make sure he looks good. I can't have just any old coach. He got to look pretty good out there, pretty fly. Right now, I was just debating whether I should put the visor or the hat on. But anyway, let's get into it. From my Dynasty offense side of the ball, I decided to go ahead and go with the multiple offense for my Dynasty. The multiple offense is just something to give me a lot of variety. I could go pro style. I could go into pistol. I could go into shotgun. I could do all that stuff. Depending on who I'm playing, the personnel I have, it really, honestly, is kind of more catered to my offense or the defense I'm going up against that week. Right now, I'm just showing you all of my settings for the game. I do have a slider set that I got from OperationSports.com. I played a couple of games with it. I love it so far. The sliders are even for both user and CPU, so there's really makes me feel a lot better. It's really equal, really even. So I feel like there's no advantages or disadvantages to either one, me or the CPU. And the team I did decide to go with is from the the Conference USA conference. I decided to go with Marshall University. The reason why Marshall, I feel they're in the Conference USA was one of the best non-BCS conferences, probably along with the MAC in my opinion. They're a very, very good school, talented. Just never really had that right push to really expand on what they've been trying to do as a program there. But it's been a very steady program, and hopefully I can build that up to a championship contender. For my coaching tree, I of course just went with scouting. I feel like that's the best trait to get at the very beginning, especially when you're setting up a recruiting board. You can just put them up there. My offensive coordinators, I just went with recharge and game up tempo, just to give my team better stamina. Right here, I'm just showing you my depth chart. Well, actually, it's my redshirt players, but this will show you my depth chart as well. Just going through my players. Rakeem Cato, he's our guy. He's our best player in our team. Only quarterback that we really have that can run our team. So there's no question there who is our starter. We also have Kevin Grooms at running back. He's a sophomore running back. He looks to lead us for a while. He's a sophomore. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. So I look forward to have him. On the receiver side of the ball, Tommy Schuler is our main receiver. He's only 5'8", so that could be a hindrance, but as of now, he's our go-to guy. We also have Angelo Gene Lewis. He is a true freshman receiver, 6'1", 185. He's from Florida. I know he originally committed to the University of Miami, and then ended up transferring to Marshall. So I'm glad that he transferred, and he can help us out a whole lot. For the offensive line is pretty steady across the whole board. We have 2 left tackles graduating, but besides the 2 left tackles graduating, really nothing, no red flags. We have a couple players going, like our right tackle, Garrett Scott. He's leaving after this year. He's a senior, but we have backups who could just slide right in after they leave. So it's really not a huge problem. It's not a huge target going into recruiting for us. Defensive end, our 2 starters are both graduating the end of this year. So I'm just looking for someone, a defensive end, who can kind of come in and fill up that spot. We have suitable players who could also compete for the starting spot next year. That's not a problem. Our main issue is defensive tackles. As you've seen earlier, we're losing 4 of our starting defensive tackles. So that's our number one priority when it comes to recruiting this year, is getting some defensive tackles. Pretty much anybody who joins us is going to compete for a starting position, hands down. There's no other competition out there. Cornerbacks are also looking pretty good. We're losing 2 of our top 3 corners, but we have talent there. So it shouldn't be a huge issue. I'm going to try to grab one if I can, maybe 2. But cornerback's not a big issue, either as linebackers or my safeties. right here is my pipeline states. What really shocked me was West Virginia was not a pipeline state for Marshall. I think we need to change that. That's a big thing I need to change. If Marshall, you need to lock down West Virginia. The state of West Virginia, I always feel, needs to be your biggest asset. Whoever is from that state needs to want to come to your school. That can help you a lot when it comes to recruiting. Right here is just my recruiting board that I had set up already. I only had the 16 players to my recruiting board. I'm probably only going to recruit 12 players really hard. That's usually my strategy, but go after about 12 to 14 players really hard. Keep the other ones there because I'll still get points just for my bonus points, even though I'm not actively recruiting them. Right now I'm just scouting all my players, trying to see if I can find a gem or a bust who I can try to remove at this point while it's still early in the game and try to replace them with somebody else. But just going through all my players, there really wasn't nobody whose overall went down too far. So I was actually pretty thrilled about that. Gem wise, there was also nobody really great who looked like they were going to be a real huge gem, but of course all they got them 25% scouted. So hopefully when I get everybody fully scouted, I can find some really good players who could help us out. I do have a quarterback on my list. I know a quarterback wasn't a need, but I seen a good quarterback, and I figured why not. For my schedule I didn't change anything at all. The only thing I changed was we had an FCS schedule for week 2. I changed that with Ball State. I kept everything the same, kept Miami. We have the big game against Virginia Tech in week 4, I believe. Yes, week 4 is the big game against Virginia Tech. And I have the rivalry game with Ohio still there, so besides that, I haven't really changed anything. And that was pretty much nothing. We had a weak schedule. We have a very weak schedule. But that could help us and hurt us in the same time. It could hurt us when it comes to visits, but it could help us just getting wins under our belt. Trying to make it to a bowl game until we get a little bit more talented overall. But yeah, if you're excited for this video like I am, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. That will help me out a whole lot. Like, this is my new channel, so I'm trying to get likes, trying to get some views, trying to put out good content, and that will help a lot. So I hope I see you all the next episode where we play week 1. Peace.